going to give you a demonstration of how it was done in the days of old. And this is what made Tarpon Springs famous for what it is today. And how many of you know that Tarpon Springs is the sponge capital of the world? You read your little sign, didn't you? And that is true. Tarpon Springs is the sponge capital of the world. Because this one little dark gray hill will produce between $3 to $6 million worth of sponge a year. Now in the days of old, they went from 10 to 20 million. And in the year of 1902, and I noticed a sign right across the street over there, it says 1905, but forget about that 5. Because there was a Greek named John Kukuris that helped settle Tarpon Springs and made it what it is today. As he found out they had the richest sponge beds out there in the world, and he started bringing the Greek dollars over from the Greek islands, and they started building more sponge boats. Well, at their peak, they had approximately 95 boats, just like the one that you're on right now. And this is a replica of the original sponge boats of old. All except the old sponge boats didn't have no canopies up on top. Something like that Nicholas there right in the back of us, or that Tarpon Springs halfway down the dock. Now the one that started it all off in the beginning, about 45 years before they ever started diving for a sponge, the little bitty hook boat. Now if you're ever up in the sponge exchange, or if you go up in there, you'll see what I'm talking about. Because you'll see a bunch of little bitty boats laying all around up in there with those Greek alphabet letters up on the bow, and the big keep off sign on the back seat. And that was the typical back of the hook boat. Because generally a hook boat is a two-man operation. The man in the back would have a set of oars, and the man up in the bow would have a glass bottom bucket with a long hook pole, and something like a potato hook on the end of it. Because once he located a sponge in his bucket, the man in the back would keep that boat steady and straight. And he would reach down there with his hook pole, grab that sponge, tear it off at the bottom, put it in his little boat, and he would do this all day long till nightfall. And then all come alongside the mothership. And the mothership would have 5 or 6 little bitty hook boats attached to it. And they would take care of their sponges each sleep and get ready for the next day. After work out of Tarpon Springs right here, the trip would only last about 2 weeks at a time. But if you went to a place called Steenahatchee, and that's about 110 miles as the crow flies to the north, now some of these boats would be going high as 4 months at the time. Now a boat like this would carry a crew of 12. And it all sleep in that little bitty box right there in front of me, because there are 12 little bitty bunks down below, and trust me, they're small. Now there are 3 in the front, there's 3 in the back, 3 on each side, each one of them steps like. Now the only way they could get air down there in those days, they would take a canvas and put from side to side, put the loose end going down that hole, and it would act like a phone. But if the wind wasn't blowing all that hard, the only 2 people that got air, that's the one that was trying to sleep on that bottom bunk. And you can guess what I usually try to sleep. Now out of the crew of 12, 9 would be divers. Now they would work in depths of waters from 23 foot. Why start at 23 foot? Well, the Greeks believed in the olden days, live and let live. Today, it is dog eat goal. And that's because they had 125 little hook boats in those days, besides the 95 like this one. So they would let the little hook boat work from 23 foot in, dive boats would work from 23 foot out, all the way out as far as 23 fathoms. And the fathom is 6 foot. So you're talking about 160 to 170 foot of water. Now that is true. It was a better sponge out there at that depth. But all you could say was you had the bragging rights. My sponge is better than yours. Because it didn't pay no more for a sponge from that depth than the ones from 40 to 50 feet. And let me try to explain it why. At that depth, the water pressure is so great, it made that sponge so firm you could almost play basketball with it. But it didn't grow as big as the one that was in 40 to 50 feet, so they made them all the same. And the next thing wrong with it, at that depth, you're only allowed 9 minutes on the bottom, and you got to come up. That's your timetable. And the next thing wrong with it, the olden days they did what they called propelling diving. Now propelling diving meant only one thing. You only got paid what you brought up. Now if you didn't bring nothing up, you didn't get paid because all the divers kept this bunch of stuff in the olden days. And whatever you would bring up, the boat would take 50%. And that's how they drove in the days of old. Now one reason why they don't have all the boats that they had in the days of old, somewhere between 55 and 60 years ago, there was a bad blight came through, wiped out all the sponge beds, and it took over 25 years just for them to show back up. But once they showed back up, they were more plentiful than ever. And that's when I first showed up to this picture about 25 years ago. Now, a sponge is a animal. Did y'all know that? Y'all paid attention to something. And that's the second lowest form of animal they got. What is the lowest? And the reed lips. It's called the amoeba. An amoeba is a single-celled animal, so whenever you buy a sponge today, all you're really buying is the skeleton of an animal. Now, there are approximately 3,600 different types of sponges out there on the ocean floor, and we can only say 5. And I'll tell you about the 5 as we go out. Now, let me tell you what made them start diving for the sponges here in Tarpon Springs. First, they had a sponge bar out in New York, and his name was Mr. Cheney. And Mr. Cheney had a helper named John Cucuris. And John Cucuris figured out if the little hook boat could go only out there so far and find all these sponges, it had to have sponges beyond their reach. Well, he rented one of these motherships with that old style compressor on the deck. The one that they had to crank by hand to give the diver air on the bottom. And he went out there in 37 foot of water, way beyond the little hook boat reach. And he went down and all he could see was sponges everywhere. Well, he came back in. He went to Greece, he went to Sydney, Colorado, Rhodes, and a couple more places. And he told the divers over there, why kill yourself at 180 foot of water when you can make a better living right here in the United States at 37 foot? And the sad part about this story is, John Cucuris did not get the credit. It was his boss.